How you doing, guys? One thing I've grown to hate over the years was corporate America. This country used to be so diverse. You could tell what city you were in just by the local attractions. Today, not so much. Seems like you've got the same signs, same companies, same stores in city after city after city. And I've hated to work for corporations over the years. It's a lot different than working for a more independent, where you can diversify, where you can apply what you know. With corporations, not so much. Over the years, I've walked away from jobs when they told me, we want you to forget everything you've ever learned. Why? I wouldn't, so I'd walk away. The first thing these corporations will do is attack your self-esteem. They want to basically, and I've heard them use this term, they want to humble you out. They want you to believe that this corporation you are now working for is God. It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to you. You can't survive without it. The sorry thing is, there's a lot of people that work for these corporations that actually believe that. One thing I always hated with the little company cheers and company songs, and they all have these little pep rallies, and those are ridiculous. I haven't worked for too many corporations, and I pretty much walked away from all of them when they started that BS. The Watchtower and Bible Tract Society employs these same tactics. I was totally unaware of it when I went in, but after looking back, hindsight is 20/20. When you look back and look at all the things they did, their first thing that they tried to do was attack my self-esteem. And I wasn't aware of just how badly it was damaged in a few short years. I didn't realize it till I pulled back and I'm like, wow, I would have never thought that way before. And why did they do this? Because it was done to them. Watchtower has trained its people to humble the rank and file out. Whether you were born in, which makes it easier, or you joined years later. But the first thing they go after, you literally have no self-esteem. You have no self-confidence. Your self-confidence is the organization, and that's it. But humbling people out and humble people are two different things. Are Jehovah's Witnesses humble people? On the outside, they may appear it, but how many times have we heard their comments when we were out in service, or the field service meetings, or just talking to them in general? When you look down on entire segments of the population, when you can justify cutting people down that have left the organization, when you can criticize people that slam the door in their face, or they're going to wish they had listened at Armageddon, and already put yourself on a pedestal that you are better than these people, that is not a humble person. And as the years go by and they get a little bit more comfortable with you being around, they say a little more and a little more and a little more. Not every one of Jehovah's Witnesses comes across that way, but they all somewhat to a degree have this haughty attitude. It's ingrained in them to the way they actually believe that they are far superior to the rest of the population. Anybody outside of the organization is going to die at Armageddon. Doesn't matter what they've done, they think they're absolved of it. They can justify condemning other people. They can justify insulting other people. We've got one idiot, JW, on YouTube, and you know who I'm talking about, who can justify being an insulting morphodite, who claims that he's just after the ones on the fence, which really isn't the case, because he really does very little for those that are sitting on the fence. What does he do? He wants to go after and attack those that are pretty much done with the organization, those that are too far gone to be reached. If that were the case, then why does he spend video after video after video attacking people? Granted, yes, he's been attacked. However, if he was as humble as he claims he is, as Jehovah's Witnesses claim they are, he wouldn't bother. But his ego, see, he has an ego. We all have egos. And JWs also have egos that are easily bruised. See, this JW on YouTube, his ego bruises very easily, and that's why he continually attacks. He's under the impression that he exposes the so-called apostates, that he's punked them out. And in all honesty, he really hasn't. If that were the case, then he wouldn't have to keep coming back and attacking. But this is all he has. Why? Because Watchtower has taken his legs out from under him, just like all of Jehovah's Witnesses. Jehovah's Witnesses feel about this big from Watchtower. So what do? They have to attack others to make themselves feel a little bit better. We've all known that. And this was an attitude we've all had to get rid of over the years. We all have it to a degree. But when you recognize it, you do your best to keep it in check. Because when you start thinking you're better than everybody else, you're actually this much below them. And this is the one thing that this YouTuber doesn't realize. And the funny thing is, I've known JWs who are just like him. If they couldn't talk you into things, they would become very insulting. I had one idiot JW who was doing his damnedest to get me to go back. When he realized that I was not going back, that's where the comments started. The underhanded and almost childish comments, which, frankly, today he can't even look me in the eyes. But this is something Jehovah's Witnesses may want to think about. Are they humble or are they haughty? If they come out and tell you they're a humble person, they shouldn't have to tell you that. But if they come out and say they're humble, no, they're not. It's kind of like someone saying, I'm a nice guy. Those are the last people in the world that I would talk to. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to make that point, and feel free to leave your comments below. You guys have a good week. I will talk to you soon.
That's all, folks.